This is Shadow, and this is going to be as quick as I can make it, but this is going to be my coming out video. And there's two parts to this. The first part I'm going to do right now, is the coming out to myself, and then I'm going to tell you about the coming out to my father. Okay, I'm sorry, my nose is running, because all of this decides to die as soon as the camera comes on. That's just normal. But the first coming out was, I have always known that I have been interested in a boy and a girl. Not specifically a. Okay, boys and girls. But I kind of repressed the thought of seriously being interested in women. It was like, okay, it's okay, you like them, that's cool, but you can't be seriously involved with them because you have to be married to a man and you have to have kids with a man. And a little bit of everything kind of threw in there to make that assumption up in my head. And it was just a mindset that kind of was stuck with ever since I was young. And it was just society and teachers bullying me, students bullying me, my dad's kind of views on gay relations that kind of all clusterfucked together to sway me. My dad wasn't the biggest part of it. He's this big versus this big. So be minded. And so I got in relationships with men, and I dated men, and I would play around with women once in a while. I have like little petty relationships with women, but they were never serious until I got older. And then I got married, which you all knew, and that was hell. And and I never really enjoyed the relationship. Well, I enjoyed it at the beginning, of course, but the relations of it, the intercourse, I never enjoyed. And it's not against the man per se. I'm not interested in having sex with men. I'm not even interested in what they look like under their clothes. And it's not like I hate men. They're beautiful. I like men. It's just I don't like men in that sense. And I kind of repressed that feeling for a very long time. And then when everything went downhill and my husband left me a year ago, in a month, I think. In about a month, it'll be a year since he left me. And so when he left me, I completely shattered in on myself, and I had this thought of, no man's gonna accept me anymore. No man's gonna love me. I'm stuck. I'm not gonna have that thought. Sorry, email. I'm not gonna have that notion that I feel like I'm exposed to have. That you have to be married to a man. You have to have kids with a man. That's what I'm exposed to do, and I'm not gonna get that. And then I'm gonna be lonely and like have a shit ton of cats. And then I clung to my ex-boyfriend because he were there, he was a warm body, and I did like him in middle school. And so I was like, okay, well, this has to work now because, my relationship has to be with a man. And I was still kind of holding on to that cluster. And so fast forward around 6 months into a relationship, it's downhill. It's hell. He is trying to kind of pressure me into sex. He's asking it all the time. He gets upset with me when I tell him no because I'm sorry. I'm not interested. I wasn't really ever interested in sexual relationships with a man. I thought that was just a personal thing, like a me thing, that I'm just fucked up or something. That, that's just something you have to deal with. That's normal. I have very weird views. I just realized this. But it was all repressed feelings. And then my girlfriend was going through her own little breakup. We kind of connected, I guess, in Easter because her ex-girlfriend was psycho and blocked me without telling her. And then so we kind of reconnected, and she was dealing with her own little breakup. And so I was talking to her about that, and then she looks at me and she's like, I don't think he's right for you. And I laughed and I'm like, why? And she's like, because he doesn't treat you right. And so I started to really my eyes started to open, and I started to kind of realize the little things that I was just letting accepted because I thought I had to accept them. Like him being kind of a bitch, I guess, to me, an asshole to me, was just what men do. And I had to accept that. Well, no, I don't. Women shouldn't accept that. And so I kind of started in my head putting the pieces together, and I decided on my own accord that this isn't right. And I was still even right before I broke up with him, I was still kind of in that mindset of I will find a new man. This would be fine. But then the closer me and her got together, the more I kind of realized that I don't want a man. I've known this woman since middle school. I've had very strong feelings for her since middle school. Middle school. I can't speak English. And so, like, the more I came to the realization of I don't have to have a man to be happy, the more I came to the realization of I have extremely strong feelings for this woman. And then it fast forwards a little bit to I break up with him, and me and her, we stay single for quite a while. We talk, we hang out, we're friends, we help each other, and then comes the time where it's time, I guess, that's more appropriate. We've both felt ready, and so she asked me out. She asked me out in a sex shop. Romantic, right? And I laugh and I blush and I'm about to cry and I say yes and I'm just in love with it. I heard a noise. Shh. And so, I fully kind of came out to myself then that this is what I want, and I've never been happier. Being with her has made me the most me I've ever been. So I thank her every day, even though I don't actually physically thank her. I thank her in my head like every day for letting me be a part of myself. And so I love it. And it's been pretty damn amazing for me to finally come out to myself and be like, look, this is okay. You can love women and you can be gay and that's fine. And you don't have to have a man to be in that relationship to have that family. And that was the hardest thing I had to remember. And so I really love that. And that was, I guess, the coming out story to me. And actually, I think I'm going to be a bit of a dick, and this is going to be cut off, and then I will make another video saying coming out to my father, and then that will be the coming out to actual, I guess, coming out to my family. Because I really didn't come out to the rest of my family, they just kind of seen it and kind of accepted it and dealt with it on Facebook. But I'll get into that later. But this is already like 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes, so I'm going to cut this off and then make another video, so you guys are going to get a twofer. Yay. I'm watching the ball of Satan over here just dying. It's the cat. Her cat. He's just asleep. So, be ready for that shit. And I'll explain my hair in that video. So.